What's going on, people? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about a very, very exclusive offer that TopStep has open that you guys can only take opportunity of for the next few days. And I'm also going to do a very brief comparison of futures funding firms and Forex funding firms and how I've gone from trading Forex firms to now just trading on TopStep, and how you guys maybe can make the transition and why you should make the transition as well. So one of the biggest ones for me was the funding process. Now, when I was doing, and I'm just gonna give you guys the example on FTMO. Now, I'm not saying FTMO are bad. FTMO are definitely not bad. They're probably one of the best in the Forex space, but in my opinion, they're not as good as what TopStep are offering, and I'm gonna share that with you. When I started doing FTMO challenges, there was no unlimited time frame, but now you actually have that. But when I first started doing it, you had to make pretty unrealistic goals in a pretty unrealistic amount of time, in my opinion. So step one was to make 10% in 30 days. And that's not 30 trading days, that's 30 days including weekend. Step two would be to make 5% across 60 days. On paper is the easy part, but psychological wise, that is definitely the harder part. Now, with TopStep, they have always been a unlimited amount of time funding process. You pay a monthly fee, and that monthly fee stops whenever you become funded. If it takes you 1 month, amazing. It takes you 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, no pressure whatsoever. Transitioning from FX prop firms that, in my opinion, still have very unrealistic results, where I have to make a company 15% before I even get a funded account, in my opinion, is still crazy to me. This is an insane amount of profit to ask for someone when you're already paying, for a 50K challenge, 345 euros, and I have to pay that, and I have to make 15%, and then, then trade the account and then make more money. So essentially, if I want to get a payout, I have to make like another 5%. So I have to make 20% before I can see anything, which is crazy to me. And now obviously FTMO have unlimited timeframes now. Yeah, I completely understand that you still have to make the 15%. However, with TopStep, it's a one-step funding process where you only need to make 6% to pass the combine. And there's no time pressure on that. If you wanna, again, on FTMO, minimum trading days on each section is 5 days. On TopStep, it's only 2. If you somehow ace the challenge, you could literally be trading a funded TopStep account in 2 days, just making 6%. And now, obviously, there's limited amounts of size you can trade on TopStep compared to FTMO. And if you look at a 50K account here on TopStep, that's 5 contracts. Now, 5 contracts for this example for a 50K account is more than enough. You shouldn't even be going anywhere near trading 5 contracts if you guys want to be trading on this TopStep account. Probably the biggest thing for me as well, moving to futures, has been the fact that when I trade on TopStep, I can pick my own broker and my own platform. The funding company has no dictation over the prop firm, which you guys may not understand, but if you guys remember, go back and look at my Forex funds. And I'm not saying this about FTMO, but a lot of FX firms can slip you, can increase spreads, can manipulate price, all of these things that you have zero control of, but literally TopStep cannot do any of that. You can trade on Trade8, NinjaTrader, Quant Tower, firms that have been around for a very, very long time. So the fact that I can choose my own broker and choose my own platform is probably one of the best reasons that I make the move, because I don't want my funding firm having control, or I don't even really know who the broker is. With FTMO, when I first started trading, you actually used to be able to choose your broker. However, they've now pulled that back, and now they have their own. And we saw what happened with my Forex funds. Now let's talk about pricing. This is probably the biggest thing, and the reason I'm making this video is because up until Monday, you guys can pick up a 50K TopStep account for as little as 11 US dollars, which is just absolutely incredible. Now, all you need to do is click the link below, type in code VETERANS11, and you guys will get a 50K account for only $11, which is incredible. Normal times, even a TopStep account is only going to cost you $49 a month. If it takes you 1 month, that's all you pay. If it takes you 2 months, $90. If it takes you 3 months, then that's all you pay. And if you look at the price to do a FTMO challenge, for example, 345 euros. So if we look at that into US dollars, that's 370 US dollars. So with the price of a TopStep right now, you could literally pick up 33 50K TopStep accounts for the exact same as one FTMO account, which is pretty crazy. Obviously on TopStep, when you get funded, you can only have up to 3 funded accounts, whether that be 350s, 350s. During the funding process, if you want to take as many combines as you want, you know, maybe you want to buy a combine because you want to try a high risk strategy, and then you want to buy another combine to try something less risk, then, you know, you can do that as well. So from a pricing standpoint, again, TopStep, it just blows FTMO out the absolute water. Even with a 150K account, you could trade a 150K account, $149. If it takes you 1 month, that's all you pay. And when you guys get your first payout, you obviously get a refund for that as well. If it takes you 2 months, you only pay 149 times 2 plus the refund. So if you look at that compared to an FTMO where you can't do 150K, but if you look at 100K, 540 euros. So 540 euros is almost 580 US dollars. Or on a 100K account, TopStep's only going to cost you $99. So if you take, let's just say 580 divided by 99, with TopStep, that's going to give you, you could take 5 months to pass the TopStep account. So you need to make 6% in 5 months, and then that would have paid for the exact same amount it would have done it in the FTMO. So if you make 6% in 3 months, which is very doable, you're still going to be so much better off jumping with TopStep as opposed to jumping in some of these Forex firms. So the funding process of TopStep is very, very simple. You know, you got a 3% profit target, max daily loss is 2%, which, you know, is a lot stricter than some of the FX prop firms. But like I say, if you're trading good risk management and, you know, you can trade a max of 5 contracts. If you trade 1 to 2 contracts on a 50K account, you shouldn't ever even come close to that. Oh, look at this. I just realized we can actually change the pricing to euros. There you go. Being doing a currency converting there, we got it all the time. So you can have on TopStep up to 3 accounts. So on TopStep, you can have more capital than you can on FTMO as well. You can have 3 150K accounts, which is going to give you $450,000 worth of capital, and to have 400,000 on FTMO is going to cost you around $2,160. Whereas if you look at that on TopStep, it's a fraction of the price. So to do 200,000 on FTMO, 1,000 euros to do the challenge, 150K on TopStep, 137 a month. So you could literally take like 10 months to make 6% on TopStep and just about be paying the same, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And obviously when you guys get funded on TopStep as well, you don't keep paying these monthly fees. These are monthly fees that are only for you to get funded and to take off so much stress of these funding firms that are trying to make you pass in a certain amount of times. No firm should ever tell you, you have to make this percent in 1 month, 10% in 1 month, or 10% in 2 months. It's crazy. TopStep, one funding process, 6%, pick up a 50K account for only $11, and you guys can start smashing futures. And remember, before we go, maybe you guys don't trade futures, maybe you trade Forex. It doesn't matter. On TopStep, you can still trade currency pairs. You just trade the currency futures. So if you guys trade Euro USD and you want to move to TopStep, you can trade Euro futures. If you guys go into TradingView, compare the technicals, they're exactly the same. If you guys trade pound US dollar, trade pound futures, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand futures, exactly the same. You guys are going to get better fills, better execution, don't have to worry about spreads, manipulation, forking up 1,000 euros at a time to do a challenge. Take as long or as little as you like on TopStep, and you're going to have a much better experience, in my opinion. That is the reason that I have made this transition. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you have any questions, obviously there's a lot more to compare. This is just an insight into the fact that TopStep have amazing offers right now. You can pick up the account for only $11, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.